Hey guys, and welcome to today's first impressions video. Today we're looking at Hell Architect, which is it's sort of like what Terraria would have been if it had been made by somebody high on acid. I think that's the best and closest way that I can kind of describe it. So it's a base builder, and you get different minions and people that you can use to build and create things, and you have to expand this universe of Hell using sinners to do so, or your workforce. It reminds me a lot of Hammerting, just with a completely different aesthetic, right? So it works the same in that you get new sinners every so often. You've got different things that you got to do, which we'll get into the game in a minute, that you've got things that can maximize your productivity with each of the people, which is kind of cool. You've got a number of different modes. You've got tutorial, which I would highly recommend doing just to explain everything. The one thing I would say about the tutorial is it's very long-winded. It takes a long time for you to get past each stage because you've got to do the thing that he's asked you to do. But the writing is a little bit... It's good and it's funny, but it's also... It's got a pacing issue. It takes too long to get through the writing and to get through the voice acting to get to the next bit. But if you don't listen on and take note of the tooltips, if you like, then you have no idea what you're doing and you're going to struggle. So I think the pacing could probably be improved there a little bit. You've got scenarios, which is what I'm currently working through, or campaign mode. I'm not entirely sure, because after you've done the tutorial, it just knocks you into campaign mode. And then they've got a sandbox version, which is basically where you just start with nothing and work on. Settings wise, they've not got a huge amount here. You've got your general, you've got disable nudity. Now, I switched that off just because I was curious when I went in. I don't understand why there's nudity in this, just because it's Hell, I guess, but it's not anything to write home about, honestly, guys. Blood is enabled and obviously gone on full screen. Resolution here, which gives you your resolution and the amount of hertz you're playing at. Quality only goes up to high, although it's basically a 2D game. There's not a huge amount on here, although the artwork is pretty decent. It's not bad. It suits the aesthetic, and I will say that the voice acting in this is very good. It's more a failing of the writing which causes the pacing issue. And then you've got your volumes, and that's literally it. that's your settings. So we're going to jump into the game and show you what this is all about. Alright, this is your area. So as you can see, you've got your sinners here. I've got one that's in torture chamber, which is getting me some suffering. And you've got these two here. If you zoom in, you see the quality is not great. It's not amazing. And also, literally, all that happens is you lose the bra and the panties, and you can't see anything on the women and the men. It's just, I don't understand why it's there. It doesn't need to be in there. It could have been left as this. It's fine. Anyway, moving on. So, what can you do? You've got your area of Hell, and you've got your objectives down the side if you play campaign or scenarios. And if you're just playing on free for all, then you just do whatever you want. The idea is that you've got to take your minions, and you've got to dig to get resources, and then you've got to complete the objectives here. So I need to gather 300 suffering, so that I can make the loud music and build a furnace, right? If you go to your build section, you've got a number of different things here. You can build torture devices, and torture devices generate the suffering, which is what you're going to need to build the bigger suffering. So at the minute I'm on 139. You can speed up, and I would heavily advise doing that because it takes forever otherwise. It shows you what you need in order to build these things that you need to build, and you can then upgrade the items as well. So you can click on it, and it should come up with this information here. So this can be upgraded 3 times. And when you do so, it increases the stats and things of what it gives you. So you can basically earn the suffering and stuff much quicker. Now you can also sacrifice a sinner, which gives you essence, which you need for your more advanced buildings. And then basically all you do, very much like Minecraft, Terraria, and all the rest of them, is you click on a space to dig it, and you get your resources from that. You get your basic materials from that. You get your blue crystals, which are around here somewhere, I think. I don't know, this map's very small because it's a scenario, so there might not be any blue crystals down here at all anyway. And you've also got green crystals that you can go and hunt for as well. So each map is different, and you get different resources with each map as well. And then yeah, you just basically do your thing. You've got to build certain things to look after your sinners to make sure that they are happy and well. So if we go to rest here, you can actually make a bed, which I don't want to do because I don't want to use my suffering. Food, bases, rest, decorations. Torch, shelf, school pile, chandelier, nope. Simple latrine, that's what we want. Build a simple latrine. So your sinners will tell you what's up with them. They will 100% tell you what's wrong with them and what they want with the little symbols above there. You've got to try and keep them sane, keep them fed. Otherwise, they become useless and not great. You've got to make sure that they've got food and stuff. I'm going to kill you off because you're not helpful to me right now. You can kill them off and gain essence, which is basically how you, like I say, do the more advanced stuff. And you do get new sinners every 10 minutes. Now, where you can get special sinners by building special buildings, and it's called a legend wall. And they give you special abilities and new auras, which is kind of cool. And that's basically the game. You've got to basically go through, do the thing that needs to be done, pour each sinner into their little thing to get as much essence out of them as possible. And that's basically the game. You expand your empire. You've got a lot of things here that you can do. She's got nothing left to give. So if we take you and put you in then, see if that gets us a bit more, since you've lost your mind apparently. And you just see what you can do. It's quite a good sandbox. Like, there is tons of things you can do. You've got 2 pages of your torture devices. You've got your different basic things which can help you. You've got food and stuff that you need to build as well to make sure that, like I say, that your people, your little sinners, are looked after. Make sure that they've got things to go for as well. And that's basically it. Like, there's not a huge amount to explain here. Like, the game is with discovery. That's where you get all of the cool stuff. It's not bad. Like I say, the writing's pretty good. Pacing's an issue with the tutorial. But it's a cute aesthetic. It's an interesting idea that you're basically getting sinners that you've got to, you know, provide for, and yet at the same time torture. It's certainly a very interesting concept to me, and I'm a big fan. Right, we've got to do this torture for loud music, so we're going to put that there as well. Now, what is handy is when you do build a construction, it will clear the area out. Again, very similar to Hammerting, which is a game that I covered a few months ago. Like, it will clear the area out and then they'll build it, which is, it's pretty decent. Like, you can get behind that. You can also go into each survivor once you get certain areas done, and you can upgrade them and make them focus on specific things. So if you've got somebody that's very good at digging, you can assign them to always be digging. If you've got somebody that's very good at cooking, you can assign them so they're always cooking, which is really handy because, again, it's all about maximizing your potential. And the possibilities of what you can do are kind of endless, which is kind of cool. You know, I'm kind of all for that. So I need 200 suffering before I can do that. I've got all the other bits and pieces. And then you just assign your thinners here so that they can start making stuff, so that they can get fed, so that you don't lose your mind and lose suffering sinners that you kind of need for later on. So there you are, guys. This is Hell Architect. It's a very interesting game. It's a very interesting concept. A couple of bits I don't quite understand or get or why they're there. There's a campaign mode. There's a full sandbox mode. The tutorial will explain everything a damn sight better than what I just did. And it's pretty good. It's worth your time. So check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video as well. And subscribe if you haven't already. We're already nearly at 750 subs. Like, this last couple of months has been absolutely insane. So thank you very much for that. And I shall see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.